Alright boys, what's the story? Your boy bRoOkSy back again with a bit of a different video. Now recently we've had a lot of newcomers come onto the channel, and a lot of you guys are OG, you'll know. But there's been a lot of questions. Asking me about me arm, which I totally understand. Okay? Makes sense. You've never seen it before, you want to know why. Well, I'm going to tell you why in this video. Well, basically I was 5 years old. We went on holiday to Australia. We went shark diving. Sorry. The shark tank broke. And he bit half of my arm off! I can still feel the teeth serrating through my skin. The taste of blood on the water. The fear in the shark's eyes as I punched it with the right hand right in the face, gave it brain damage, and seen it sinking all the way to the bottom. The shark took a piece of me that day, but I took all of the shark. Nah guys, just kidding. I couldn't fit in a shark tank because I'm about as wide as one. You know what? Okay, let's not be memey for a second. Basically, about nearly 3 years ago in February, I posted a video titled My Disability. You'll see a thumbnail on the screen right now. This is basically the thumbnail I used when I uploaded the video. It got a lot of support. We had people like wHaTs, we had people like Marshall, iHasCarrot before he became a clickbaiter. Or9Rai liked it. You know, a lot of people seen it that didn't like it though. Like, I know Baton seen it, I know Nep seen it because I've talked to those guys and, you know, they've seen it and stuff like that. So it really reached a lot of people seen that video. And in that video, I told people what was wrong with not just my arm, my whole physical body, because I have a lot of quote-unquote disabilities that you guys won't even know about, obviously bar the obvious one. So that really did well for me in terms of YouTube. I didn't expect it to do well. I was terrified for some reason that when I showed my arm and my hand, people were gonna unsub because I looked like a freak, pretty much. I mean, how wrong was I? I just got all those pity subs, didn't I? Nah, but for real though, the support on that video was absolutely crazy back in the day. I remember, like, I actually physically cried when wHaTs seen the video, especially because I was a massive fan of his back in the day, like, hugely. You can even see in my videos how inspirational wHaTs was to me. It really helped me because it showed me that people on the internet aren't always, you know, mean, self-centered. As soon as something is like foreign or different, they get angry and hateful over it. It showed me that that video got absolutely no hate, especially in the comments. It got a few dislikes because, you know, people just don't actively like me, not because of my disability, because of my personality, which I understand. But the support from that video blew me away at the time. I was so happy. It was honestly one of the best feelings of my life. It was probably the best couple of days of my life in, well, at that stage in a long time, because as I said, I was getting supported by all these big YouTubers, bar iHasCarrot, obviously. I could go into you, Jamie, here, but I'm not going to, pal. That video did really well for me in terms of, as I said, YouTube views, likes, support, comments, all that kind of stuff. It was great. It really boosted my channel, which I didn't expect at the time. So if you want to go and watch that video, there's a link in the top right of your screen to a card if you want to go watch that video now. That's a bit more emotional, let's put it that way. I made it emotional because I was emotional. I tried to make that video how I was feeling at the time, and I think I got it across fairly well. From the time I was conceived to the time I was born, my mum and my father were living in a place called Huntingdon in Cambridgeshire, and apparently from what they've said, I don't know whether this is true or not. It could be true, it could be false. I don't really want to look too in close to it because I couldn't cover stuff I don't want to know. Apparently there was a plant, don't know what kind of plant, and when I mean a plant, I mean like it was just a plant of like where fumes come out of, pretty much. And apparently that was one of the reasons why I was born like this, pretty much. But I'll get into exactly what's wrong with me in a minute. They think that might have something to do with it. It might have nothing to do with it. And I hope it isn't, because that would mean there's not, you know, a chance of other stuff happening further down the line, like heart attacks, cancer, all that kind of stuff. I would, oh my god, that would ruin me. Like, literally, in all definitions of the word, ruin me. So when I was, as I said, from being conceived to being born as a fetus, obviously, they were telling my parents that I was going to be absolutely, like, just a vegetable when I was born. possibly even dead. Obviously, if, like, you've got to put yourself in that position. If you're having a kid and the doctors and nurses are telling you, you should get this baby aborted, it's not going to live. But no, my mum and dad said, no, we're going to have this baby. Thank God. So, when I was born, ladies and gentlemen, I was born with 2 physical disabilities, let's put it that way. 3 being fatness. So, when I was born, my feet were clubbed. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to do a demonstration here now, right? Imagine these are your toes, and this is your big toe, or whatever. People's feet are usually born like this. This is a normal straight-on foot, toes pointing outwards, okay? My right one was in like this, and my left one was obviously like that. Basically, they were pointing at each other, but they were also bent like that, which was not a good way. There's no way I could walk on those. I'd need crutches and stuff like that. Not even crutches. A wheelchair pretty much for the rest of my life. Luckily, when I was 6 months old and 18 months old, I had operations on either foot to straighten them out, fix them. I had massive plaster casts on my feet. If you ask my mum and my dad, anytime I was sitting on their knee, they were big, huge plaster casts that were like rocks. And whenever I swing my legs around, they'd, you know, bash onto their legs and cause bruising and stuff like that. And they absolutely hated it. But it allowed me to walk. It still allows me to walk. Obviously, I have a few issues here and there. Being the size I am does not help. Yeah, my ankles on my right foot, specifically my right foot, is like a click. I can't really run, or else my ankle is like in kind of shock pain. It hurts a lot. Walking long distances has never been a thing I could do very well. I would walk, and if I sat down for any length of time and tried to get back up, it takes me about another 5 minutes to reset and be able to walk properly without being super stiff. If you've ever met me in real life, you'll know this about me. I know a lot of you haven't. Some of you have, though. So I'll move on to my arm now. As you guys could have probably seen, I'm missing 2 fingers. Okay, now I think I have this finger and my thumb, obviously. So it's really hard for it. So this is what I think I have, right? I think I have middle finger, ring finger, and then the thumb on my left arm. Now, what I used to think, I've learned some knowledge since the last video, you know, just doing some common sense and asking my parents and stuff like that. I always thought that this bend here, like from my elbow to here, was where the bone was missing. Actually, it's the other way around. It's up here. This is where the bone is missing. Like, my arm is straight here. This is where the bone is missing. Because this is a really good camera angle. If my arm was straight, like the bone from my elbow up here would straighten my arm out, so my arm would be like that kind of thing. So me not having this bone means this hand isn't kind of like, isn't like that sort of, which it should be like that, but it's not. So I'm missing a bone from here to here. I think I'm missing the ulna bone, which is why this is technically classed as an ulna club arm. It's not great, but I was born with it. Obviously, a shark didn't eat me, boys, you know. That's just a story I used to tell people in primary school. I used to tell people I was also adopted. I was a chronic liar in school, I'm not gonna lie. See, I'm a very messed up person. Obviously, being obese, morbidly obese, drastically obese. I don't even think there is a word for how obese I am. Does not help me in any way, shape, or form. I'm working on that. I've let myself go massively recently, so I really need to tone that in. But as soon as I do, you guys will see the differences and stuff like that. Another thing I want to touch on, I know this isn't got anything to do with it. Me and a lot of my mates that we always talk to on Discord, we're all thinking in the near to late future, we want to move into a YouTuber house. How cool would that be? In England, which is something I always wanted to do. Obviously, Ireland's the best country in the world, but for opportunities YouTube-wise, England is the place to be. There's not very much in Ireland, and if there is, I haven't experienced any of them. We don't have nearly enough money, well, I definitely don't anyways, to move out, but I think that would be a really cool thing to do. I think that would be so sick to do, would be to move into a big YouTuber house, so many collabs, we could open like rewards videos, we could all be in the videos. That'd be so sick. I would absolutely love to do that kind of stuff. And then just to live with people that do the same stuff as you would be absolutely insane. I don't think I'll ever live by myself. I don't think that's something that I can physically do. Not in terms of my like disability. I think I would just go literally crazy not talking to anyone. Like, I barely see my family as it is. I think that would be so sick. Imagine me, the giant, against Curbs and Nerdfire beside me. They're like little 5'2" stature. Oh, that would be so funny. Anyways, guys, I just thought I would let you know about my arm because I think a lot of people are asking lately. Like, there's been a lot of questions on my videos. Because when you subscribe, you don't automatically see that My Disability video when you go onto my channel page. So that makes sense, I suppose. So this is why I'm making this video, to inform the people that don't know. And it's also a bit of an update video. If you want another update, I've recently upgraded from an iPhone 5S to an iPhone 7. Just saying, my lock screen is like a million times better than yours. Not gonna lie. Like, I mean, look how cute Bowie was back then, man. What's changed? Not really much else to talk about, I suppose. This is the 1st of December. I am purely going to be trying... I'm not pure. I don't even know why I said purely. I want to try and upload every single day in December, because obviously the ad revenue is massive compared to especially January. So I want to upload every single day in December, see how the money goes for that. And if it does well, then I'll try and keep up daily uploading for January. Obviously the CPM will go down, but I don't really mind. As long as the videos are good and I can upload them every single day, that'd be great. If they're not good, I just won't upload that day. I'll wait and work on it a bit more, make the video next day. But thank you so much for watching this video, boys. As I've said, the support on this channel has been absolutely incredible recently. A load of Irish people coming in. If you're not Irish, by the way, I know I come off as like very anti anything else other than Irish. I'm really not. It's a character that I put on that a lot of Irish people associate with, but I want you guys to know that you're welcome. You know, I make content for everyone, not just Irish people, not just anti-English people. English people, I make content for you. I make content for Americans, Canadians, anyone that speaks English can enjoy my videos. And I just want you to know there's no hatred, no nothing. It's only a character. Irish people know what it is about. There's no actual hatred, but you know, there is hatred, you know what I'm saying? Thanks so much for watching the video. I will see you in the next one, boys. Look out for tomorrow when we are doing a Foot Champs challenge. Probably the best one yet. And I'll see you then, boys. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.